Ladies and gentlemen, it might finally be happening. The Day Before has just put out something very interesting. Now, whether this means that we will actually get to see that release date of November 10th is yet to be seen. To be honest, I highly doubt it. We haven't seen any trailers, any gameplay, we haven't seen anything. And at the time of recording, this game is supposed to be releasing in just 11 days. All of the trailers that we've seen so far have been mashups of assets, which there's nothing wrong with that, but if you've got nothing else to your game, nothing original, then it may not work out too well. But on August the 2nd, they posted this image here. Get ready for the best survival experience of the year, November 10th. And then yesterday, they posted this. Watch the premiere of the final trailer for The Day Before, and check out the press release for information about the Steam page reopening, as well as the release date and time. November the 1st at 10 AM PST. Do not miss out. The Day Before. Now, as you can see, this links to this video here. The Day Before final trailer, which premieres on the 1st of November at 5 PM. Their description is exactly the same as their tweet, other than it says, do not miss out. So whether this is actually real, whether we're going to see something, or it could be an absolute shambles, like their last live video that they did. It was left running for, I think it was almost 30 hours, with no actual trailer. It was just an image of a fire, and everything went completely tits up, and then eventually they just pulled it down. So whether this is going to be a real release, whether we're going to actually see a trailer, I really do hope so. Because secretly, this is a game that I am really, really hoping is real. It looks like a mix-up of The Division, as well as some other zombie games, and it just looks like it would be, if everything they're saying and everything they're showing is real, would be an absolutely phenomenal game. Now, whether any of it is real, we're going to have to wait and see on November the 1st at 5 PM. But obviously, they've had some trademark disputes, so the name The Day Before has actually been taken already. Whether that has been resolved yet, we don't know. Unfortunately, there has been no news. Even their Discord is relatively quiet. There's a lot of people in that Discord, but there's not really too much information. Unfortunately, when it comes to information about everything that's going on behind the scenes, we don't really have anything. There's been no dev diaries, there's been no Steam page because of that copyright dispute. So, what is going to happen? My guesses are that we will see an actual trailer. We're going to see a trailer, but it's going to be the same as, well, similar to the ones that we've seen so far. Mix up of in-game stuff, no real gameplay, and the release date is going to be changed. As I mentioned at the start of the video, the release date is supposedly November the 10th, which is just 11 days away at the time of recording this video. But I really do not think they're going to make that. If they were going to make that, surely they would have put some trailers or some gameplay, or just kept people in the loop a little bit more than what they have. Now, whether they've kept themselves quiet because of that copyright dispute, whether there's been some sort of legality around that and they can't actually say much, but it looks like they have got around it because their name hasn't changed. The artwork is still the same, the name is still the same, so they must have done something or paid someone or actually settled the dispute with the original copyright owner. Hopefully they have, because The Day Before is a good name. They were thinking of changing the name to something else. I can't remember it off the top of my head, but it wasn't a very good name. But regardless of what name change they were going to go with, they must have solved that dispute because their Twitter still has The Day Before. It was changed. Their Steam page isn't actually up yet. But regardless of what the name was before, they must have resolved that copyright dispute, or trademark dispute, should we say, because they wouldn't be able to keep this name and they wouldn't be able to do all of what they're doing now without somebody saying something. But regardless of that, the game, it's something that everybody is hoping is real, but nobody thinks is. I mean, just looking at posts of random things like this here, what do you think the best car for surviving the apocalypse is? Why the would you be driving around in, is that a Lamborghini? I don't know. Why would you be driving around in a Lamborghini at the end of the world? It's really not the best way of survival, is it? Let's be honest. But each to their own. I suppose the world is your oyster. If you want to drive around in a Lamborghini, then you can. And hopefully this game does bring things like that to the table, that freedom. But yeah, we haven't seen much from them. The last thing, like I say, was August the 2nd, and there's been absolutely nothing since then. If they do pull this off, which I highly doubt, I do think best case scenario is they show a gameplay trailer but delay the game until mid-2024, early 2024 at best. Because if they were still continuing with that November 10th deadline, I would have thought we would have seen more than what we have by now. Unless, as I say, that, you know, the whole trademark dispute is the reason that we haven't seen anything. And that's finally been resolved, and they've had this trailer ready to go for a long time. And the trademark issue was the only thing standing in their way. Hopefully that is it, but the game is still not up on Steam, which before the actual trademark dispute, it was the #1 wishlisted game on Steam. So whether they can get that reinstated and get to that #1 spot again, this trailer must show a hell of a lot. Whether it's going to be just a trailer or there's going to be a whole premiere and a big speech and explaining the situation, I really hope that's the way that they go. Because an explanation is definitely due for the community that have been waiting for so long for news on this game. And so far, Fantastic have just been promoting other products that they actually do through all of the press releases. So this could be another version of that. They could be palming off some other software or something else that they did. They basically showed off basically a Google Teams thing, their own version of it, in the last press release, which was really, really disappointing. And it's been, it's been a rough ride. But going down by the comments, they've pinned a comment themselves that says, "These past 5 years have been filled with sweat and blood. We've been through so much, but we want to thank you for standing by us. All of this is for you." Now, so many people are saying, please don't disappoint us. We're all hyped. Is this real? And if it is, this could really be the game of the year. 100%. An open world action RPG survival zombie game that looks like The Division but plays like The Last of Us could be absolutely phenomenal. There's going to be town building, there's going to be home building, there's going to be full customization of characters, as well as vehicles, houses, surroundings, weapons. Everything is customizable from what we've seen in trailers so far. Whether that is true or whether this is going to release as an early access title, which is in complete shambles and they're going to work on it, or they're going to abandon it after a couple of months, I really don't know. But judging by everything that we've seen so far, there is absolutely no hope, which is a massive shame because so many of us have that hope. But we'll have to see. For now, though, we're going to wrap that one up there. Hopefully you've all enjoyed. If you have, you know what to do. Drop a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, and stick around for the day before. Tomorrow, we will be doing some coverage of this. It may be a little bit later than 5 PM, but I'm very excited to see what they actually drop.